Well, the first thing you notice is the energy and the excitement that's in a room. In a good company, people come to work, do great things, achieve results, but there's a sense of, this is just my day job, and at the end, at 5 o'clock, I'm out the door and I'm going home. In a great company, there's a visceral feeling, there's a change in how people perform. There's excitement, there's joy, people will go the extra mile to deliver results. And you hear laughter in the hall and conversations taking place.
Right. I noticed that in a great company, people are excited to come to work. There's this passion. There's very little stress, actually. There's a lot of challenge, and they're producing results. In a good company, they still produce results, and it's very fast-paced, but there's stress, and people are not that excited necessarily to come to work.
Yeah, and I think what you pick up when you're in contact with a company that we would consider a great place to work, that there's a sense that there's a purpose, that the people you're speaking to are not just doing their job, like just this isolated role that they have, but you get a sense that they're actually representing the entire company.
And you feel like you have your best friend at work. And this is not just fluffy stuff. There's data to support it. Gallup has this employee survey that they run every year called Q12. Same 12 questions asked each year. And the data shows that high-performing companies and high-performing teams have very high Q12 scores. And the number one question that's correlated with high performance is I have a best friend at work.
I think one of the things in great companies is that as an employee, you feel like there's a pathway to increasing your mastery, that there's actually a place for you to go. You also have a sense that you're trusted, that you can exercise some autonomy. In a great company, they go the extra mile. They don't say, I wish I can do something and I can't. They say, let me see what I can do. And then they actually do something. So you feel like there's a different kind of connection.
Yeah, there's a collaboration that happens in great companies. Like people have their backs, and you can go. There's not a lot of friction and hoarding of information. People really collaborate.
In a great company, it's not that the processes, tools, and the programs are any better. It's that people own it and they're feeling it, and they see their job as intimately tied to the company, and it's their company and it's their business.
That reminds me of a phrase I heard once. It said, team building is a total waste of money. It was very controversial when I heard that. And really what was meant by that was that in a great company, you don't need to do team building. The sense of team is part of the fabric of that company. It's part of the culture, is a sense of we. If you have a company where you actually have to do team building, you probably have a problem.
I can remember a story, an incident that really happened with one of my clients where she brought her son to the hospital emergency room. And this was a government-run hospital. And she was not getting any help. There were just lines of people and nothing was moving. And it was her colleagues at work and her managers that actually got on the phone, even late into the night, to make sure that things got it moving and that her son and other people were helped and attended to. That happens in a great company.
In great companies, the way you define success is that we all win or no one wins. Whereas what's more typical in companies is, I did my job, I'm done, and now I wait for you to do yours.
I often think of a metaphor, and so in a good company, I think of an octopus where the arms are going in different directions and they're connected in the center, whereas in a great company, it's an amoeba that shifts shape as it's going through the maze, and whatever it needs to be, it is, and everybody moves along together.
Right. Yeah, it reminds me, in a good company, it's like three rats with their tails tied together, pulling in different directions. But in a great company, it's like a three-stage rocket. It really moves.